Hi, I'm here to talk about INFJ. For those who are not familiar with INFJ, there's basically a test that you can take online to figure out your personality type. And there's 16 different personality types, and INFJ just happens to be one of them. Um, I feel like a lot of these quizzes online act as a tool so that you can understand how your mind works, strengths, weaknesses, and then you can kind of like build upon these things. It is true that, quote, know thyself, because I feel like once you know yourself, then you open up gateways to knowledge that supersede everything we've been taught and told. Um, what was I going to say? So, yeah, so the Briggs-Meyer personality quiz, I feel like, is one of many tools to self-discovery. I also enjoy it because not only does it give me insight into who I am, but it also gives you insight into the personalities of others as well, so you can understand why they think the way they think and why they do the things they do. Um, and I have like a never ending curiosity about why things are the way they are. And I don't know. So this is really intriguing to me. I also, when I was younger, would use astrology as another tool of insight to understand not only myself, but also the motives um, and actions of others. Anyways, so if you go to 16personalities.com, I feel like this is one of the better websites that I have explored, that helps you to understand yourself and the other type descriptions as well. Um, Again, I'm just kind of reading things off here. Some of the strengths of the INFJs include these things. We are determined and passionate. We work hard for causes that we believe in, and this passion can easily surprise people not used to seeing this side of the INFJ. We are also altruistic. Um, Usually we do things for benefit of everyone versus ourselves. And I deeply, deeply agree with that. Decisive, this is something I needed to actually grow into. Um, there's a whole other topic that we could discuss um, in regards to this, just because I feel like before I found out I was an INFJ, um, I was kind of lost in other people's personalities and modalities. So I was pretty indecisive when I was a younger person. But let's focus on now, shall we? So, yeah, so we're supposedly decisive, creative, inspiring, and convincing, and very insightful. Um, some of our weaknesses include being private, extremely private, and I completely and absolutely agree with that statement 100%. I feel like I am a social hermit. Sometimes people will mistake me for being extroverted when I'm indeed an introvert. It's funny, I feel like I am a genuine person when it comes to interactions. I abhor um, falseness in any way, shape, or form, and I try not to um, apply any of those types of expressions. to others um, when I interact. But yeah, extremely private. Like, don't get me wrong, like, when I need to, like, leave this space and go out and socialize, I can do that, but to an extent. And I feel like I've told people before, like, when I do socialize, it's really interesting. Like, this is the analogy I use. Like, if this is like my temple surrounding me, you could also refer to it as your defense mechanism or your defense or your shield. So my shield would be considered like the gates, and then a lot of people um, basically hang out in that area. It's very rare that I open the gates and let you see the temple. And it's even rarer for me to allow you to come inside. So really private. Like, I'm not really good at surface banter, because I even think that's really false. I will partake in it, but it's not my favorite thing to do. Um, I could just go on and on about this, but let's just stop there. I am an extremely private person, and it's really hard for me to let anyone in. In fact, I think in my whole 35 years on this planet, I've let maybe 5 people in, tops. Everyone else just kind of like were surface dwelling interactions. Um, I don't know why. Maybe because I don't think people understand me if I were to allow them to see deeper aspects of myself. Maybe also because there's things inside of me that I don't even understand, that I'm still exploring. There's also a lot of aspects of myself that I can't verbalize. Like, there's things that I think about, there's a lot of things that I think about all the time. It's just bringing those ideas and those theories and those things out of me verbally, um, out as an expression is really hard for me to do. And so I have my guard up. Now you see me, now you don't. Okay, so moving on. We can burn out easily, and this is true. I find myself like taking time off just to recover on a emotional and mental level. Yeah, so like some people call in sick because they're feeling ill physically. I call in sick because I am burnt out and I need to re-energize on a mental emotional level. Sensitivity, I think I kind of grew out of that. Um, it says we are highly vulnerable to criticism and conflict situations. Don't get me wrong, I don't like conflict. I would try my best to avoid it, and it's not necessarily um, out of fear. I feel like sometimes, I don't know, like, if you're going to fight, what is the logic and the reasoning behind that? I would prefer to have like a very mature conversation, an exchange of ideas versus conflict. I feel like it's primitive, and I choose not to partake in it. Simple as that. When it comes to criticism, I actually enjoy criticism, because if someone can give me some type of criticism, then that is obviously an aspect of myself that needs to be explored, that maybe I overlooked, that needs to be, that needs attention. And I, as an INFJ, am all about self improvement. I feel like you can never, there's always room for improvement. There's always room for growth and improvement. And so, like, if you can criticize me, then bring it on. I like that stuff. Because maybe you can see something about me that I can't see, and we'll bring it to light so that I can work on it. Perfectionist, yes, to a fault. I think for me as an INFJ, I can take perfectionism to an extreme. I can take it to a place that most people would not take it to. I remember when I was younger, I used to like color coordinate my closet. I used to like prepare my clothes like a day prior. Oh God, yeah, perfectionist to a T. Like I could tell like if somebody moved something out of place. I just knew it's weird. And at first I thought it was like a weakness, but and because nobody could ever, or there were hardly anyone I ran across that could like do it to my level and standard. Oh, I need to stop. Shucks.